If we're doing our jobs right, people should come into the school and see kids that are excited about learning.
Because Paul Elery wants to be a school district leader someday, he enrolled in the Washington State University Superintendent Certification Program. But like so many of the program's graduates, he loves being a principal and is still on the job at Harvard Elementary in Tacoma. That's lucky for his students and staff, and it's lucky for us, because visiting Paul at work gives us a chance to show what educational leadership looks like in action.
Harvard is a school that is pretty diverse. We have over 50% of our students are Hispanic, almost 40% are ELL. Most of those are Spanish speaking. We're at almost 92% free and reduced lunch percentage. So we have a challenging population of students when it comes to the backgrounds that they come from. Now when they come to school, they absolutely love school. And that's why I choose to work here. That's why our teachers and our support staff, our paras, and other support personnel, SLPs and OTs, PTs, resource room, learning specialists through Title I, they choose to work here because they know they make a difference in the lives of kids that don't have the same opportunities as other students.
Paul has good teachers on board. He lets them know he's in the trenches with them. Today the teachers are writing a literacy framework. They know that reading, writing, and oral language skills are the foundation of academic success. Teaching literacy skills is especially important at Harvard Elementary, which has many English language learners.
Then the focus team will take those summary statements and try and put together a document that looks like our core beliefs for Harvard. That way we can use that as the basis for our next steps in actually putting together that literacy framework and start looking at what does reading look like based upon our core beliefs. What does writing look like? What does oral language look like? Listening, speaking, communicating, based upon those core beliefs.
Teacher performance evaluation is an ever-increasing part of the principal's job. Here, Paul observes Melissa Hardness-Turner teaching 4th grade math. He carefully tracks student behavior, attention, and levels of engagement. He calls several students into the hallway and talks to them about what they're learning. What Paul sees in Melissa's classroom is a teacher who engages her students with her body language and her enthusiasm for the subject.
That you can easily turn that mixed number into a what? Improper fraction. You could. I wasn't even expecting you to say that. You could turn that into an improper fraction. You could also turn it into a decimal. You guys are so smart. You don't even need me. Okay, would a group like to come up and share their thinking and the strategies that they used?
After class, Paul talks with Melissa about what he observed. Like all strong principals, he's good at asking questions that elicit meaningful responses from the teacher.
I didn't see that you needed to give any corrective feedback to any kids. The only thing I wondered about Nicholas was my notes. Update your chart.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, he has a behavior plan.
Right.
So
I figured that's what it was, but he knows.
He knows where to put his stars and his tallies if
Right.
he had any, and so
go ahead.
he was a little bit behind.
He
so
was.
I just reminded
okay,
him to
gotcha,
update his chart.
So that potentially could have been a corrective
Right,
because you're helping
right.
him. I just didn't know what it meant, so I left it blank.
At Harvard Elementary, teachers are encouraged to be leaders themselves, working in teams called professional learning communities. Melissa and her fellow 4th grade and 5th grade teachers work regularly to talk about issues such as core beliefs regarding math instruction. They talk about how their teaching aligns with other grades and other schools. The best educational leaders are lifelong learners. Whether they're in Washtenaw, Washington, or Washington, D.C., that's important because teachers want to know that learning is happening not just in the classroom, but up and down the school system. School administration is both an art and a science, both leadership and management. It requires inborn passion. It also demands the kind of skills we teach at Washington State University principal and superintendent certification programs. It's been said that a school is 4 walls with the future inside. With leaders like Paul Elery in charge, that future will be a bright one.
Nice job, doing some good work on it. Thank you. All right.